good night, and welcome back to Ireland fans. Forgive me there, my hand pressed on something that you wasn't supposed to press on, so I had to just start off back over again. I'm myself wondering, ready to do the intro, and I'm seeing a comment. I'm like, what is happening there? Nevertheless, we are here, and the day that this is our first preview show for the new season, and the day is slowly approaching. The day is not here yet because the day is tomorrow. But nevertheless, we are here and we are ready to preview these games. These past, what is this? The season finishing May, so maybe roughly maybe 2 months. We've been waiting, much bated breath. There's lots been happening in the transfer window, especially today. Our teams are as prepared as they should be, or at least my team is. I know Moy would probably say the same for his. I think the league is ready and we are all excited for it. So we are here tonight. I'm here with Moy. The others are going to join us soon. But let's just get straight into, before we get into the breakdown of the games, you know how we do. We're going to preview the games, we're going to give our predictions and stuff like that. But there's a lot that's been happening. There's a lot that's been happening in the transfer window. And we have a guest here. Stallone said, done upset to come and see Man City back jump. We see it's not, we're for everybody. We're very inclusive around here. So you're going to see some Chelsea fans coming through as well. The only fan we don't really have much of is Tottenham, and I don't blame anybody for not supporting that team. So we're gonna have some other fans rolling through. So you get acquainted with them. But nevertheless, we're here more. Let's start here. We have been seeing in the news maybe for about the whole day. Lavia to Liverpool, Lavia to Chelsea. Caiciedo to Chelsea, and then no Caiciedo to Liverpool. What's going on?
I don't know. It just like seems like both teams are just waiting out to like put the bigger clubs in a bidding war and to see who will come out on top, and then they just release it to everyone. But if I would have to choose for a player to go somewhere, I think, well, I don't know. Liverpool could somehow manage to just throw out the money at Caiciedo. But I would see more Chelsea going in for getting Caiciedo and then probably Liverpool getting Lavia. Because just
But
like
then,
Chelsea brought in Tyler Adams, I don't think they would go in for both players.
right, but this is what I was about to say. In the same bet, when Chelsea's been linked with Lavia and Caicedo, they go activate a release clause for Tyler Adams. I mean, I know they have a lot of money, but I don't get. Although Tyler Adams could be a very tidy player, I think he's going to be the aggressive one. He's going to be the aggressive one and let Enzo do the creating. But nevertheless, I just don't understand what's the process here. What's going to happen? If are they going to still sign Caicedo? Or are they giving up that? I don't see the way forward for them in that regard. And of course, they still have the battle of Lukaku. I heard today that Pochettino told him to train on his own.
Yeah. His career, like it just took a little dip after. Because, I mean, I do not understand from, let me just say my perspective if I was in Lukaku's shoes. After being racially abused by Juventus fans and so like I would really not consider that. And
Yeah.
then there's not even a way of going back because after you consider Juventus and then Inter fans backing you up, there's no way for you to try and make a plea for them to take you back. And I thought he was comfortable at Inter, but guess you don't know
Well,
everything.
it would have appeared so. It would have appeared so, but then even while Inter was negotiating to get him back on a permanent deal, he's there talking to Juventus. That's Lukaku. Lukaku seems to be a troubled child. I'm putting it that way. Lukaku seems to be a troubled child. But before we continue, and we're going to talk about some Harry Kane stuff. Moy, have you finished your Premier League fantasy team yet? This is the code if you want to join the fantasy league. Our fantasy league kicks off tomorrow, of course. If you want to join, that's the code to get you in. Moy, have you joined yet?
Of course not. I'm still doing, that last minute scouting thing. You have to take it deep, because we're looking to come in with a bang this season.
So okay, don't give me too much in your team, but I know you must have Haaland in your team, ain't it?
Yes,
In the States, they have
as
Haaland. Everybody have
I
Haaland.
saw somebody on Twitter saying that everybody probably captain Haaland, especially since it is the first game of the season. You should
Yeah,
be looking to start off your team with a bang, so he would most likely be to do it. There's a couple of notable mentions. I know even self, there's one big game, Chelsea and Liverpool.
and Liverpool.
I think you'll probably manage to try to put an attacker there because you would fancy them to score a goal or two at least. So,
All right, before we continue, and yes, we're gonna get to Harry Kane. But on Thursday, on Monday, Shoma, I don't think we mentioned. We were supposed to go through it, but I don't think we mentioned who you pick for player of the season.
uh,
Because I've told y'all in the group many times. I think this is gonna be Saka's year. I saw a picture of him today too. Man, the man look like remember when Lewandowski so the man go Bayern? It's so the
I,
boss look.
I
It's
don't
so the
know.
boss look. So I am looking forward to. I am looking forward to Saka. And I think he's gonna win Player of the Year this year.
It's hard. I don't really know. I mean, I'm leaning forward to Haaland, but something just tells me that it maybe like like that defender type of season or something like that. That one defender that plays very good.
That's interesting.
I don't know,
That's
but let
interesting for a
I don't know.
defender.
I think about it. I don't think it's maybe like an attacker. You know,
I'm thinking we're gonna have a breakout star. It's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be the normal. Of course, Saka's not a breakout, but I'm gonna say somebody young. That's what I'm looking at. Someone young to come and upset what's going on.
I think we could. I think we could probably put it on that. But let me just stick with Haaland for now. Let me just go with that. I don't have to.
You're biased.
This.
You're biased.
No,
You're biased.
I do think
You're
City is
biased.
going to win the league though, and I think the best player should go to whoever win the league because that's what my thought process is.
All right, bet. I hear you. I hear you. All right. So next thing, Moy. I know you heard about the hurricane news. Um, some people say, yo, if he stays at Tottenham, he's the biggest loser. If he goes to Bayern, he's not even guaranteed to win the UCL there. What should I know we've asked this question before, but what should Harry Kane do?
I I think he could. I think it's time for him to move on because this is one time where it's probably in his favor of a player moving where I don't even think the fans of Tottenham would be so upset. You probably have one or two that would really be over the moon and upset, but I think majority would be like, we understand. It's time for you to move on. Go to Bayern. Do what you have to do. Because he's a good player. He's a good player. One of
Nah,
one of the top players that ever to grace the Premier League, as you can put it. And to go out, because not having a title, as a striker scoring a lot of goals, it normally puts like a little stint on your name. So going to get a
I hear
Bundesliga,
that.
I mean, maybe good for him. Even though the same talk would be like, oh, it's just the Bundesliga. Because if he does win it, that's going to be the talking still.
Right, and especially win it with Bayern Munich. I mean, they win it all the time. Even when Dortmund is this close, they still manage to win it on the last day. Um, is it Kane moving now? I feel like that hurts Tottenham more at this point because what are they going to? There's like 2 weeks left in the transfer window, 2 3 weeks left in the transfer window. What's going to happen then? I mean, who they're going to bring in of the ilk of Harry Kane? Honestly, that'll be hard to find. But someone who's going to guarantee you 20 goals. I mean, he scored 30 goals last year in a poor Tottenham team.
Uh, I heard I was listening to a Tottenham fan talking about it today, and they was like, they hope that if the Hurricane deal goes through, they hope they don't stick somebody like Richarlison because they already have him, just stick him up at striker. They say they hope he actually go out to a striker and then use some of them. Because, I mean, okay, 2 weeks, kind of late, but it's still not that late. You could still manage to persuade somebody to come.
Right, you nail down your target and you come in and you say boom, 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 let's do this, let's get this done now. Then that could work.
I
But
mean, they just need to get the money, spend majority of the budget on a quality striker. And then you could fix up, try use the little rest that they have to fix up one or two areas.
for the life of me, I can't make out why Daniel Levy is leaving it or has left it so late. Because you're gonna need to find a replacement. And then if even in the event that he doesn't go, then he's gonna leave on a free. So I don't understand the back. I don't understand why Daniel Levy took this route. I don't feel like that was a sensible option. That was a sensible option for him.
Yeah, I thought it was very weird. As you say, no, there's numerous times because, as I told you on the show before, I think Kane is just being the nicest person there is because he don't want another burst up or the situation similar to when Man City came in for him, and he already saying that he would like to go there, but then after things turned out, he just eventually stayed. I think he just wanted to try to leave on the nicest way possible. So he doesn't really, it's not really tarnishing his legacy, but leave a little foul stench at the club in the manner.
So then let me put this to you then, because a lot of people, I think even when we did it on Monday, none of us had Tottenham in the top four. Maybe they even just maybe touched six, but they were wallowing around sixth, seventh, that those places with Harry Kane. Without Harry Kane, what can we expect? Is it a free hit season then for this manager for Tottenham for Tottenham Hotspur?
Yo, really and truly, I think that might be the most comfortable spot that he could be in with Harry Kane out the door. Yes, I know that will be the whole talking, but I think new manager coming in, it's like a little fresh face, a little relaxation. You do what you do because I don't really think there will be much expectation on them because Harry Kane leaves. You're going to wonder where they're getting their goals from. But I think it's something that he would like to work on and the chance because really and truly they don't really have that much of a bad team as we would say. They still have qualities here and there. Like Son can still do what he do. Richarlison is a good player. Kulusevski still, and they brought in one or two decent players that I think that look like they would try to fight and get a you coming for a Europa League spot at least.
Definitely. Let me switch it up to you now because story's been breaking over the past 2 days or so about Paqueta. You don't want Paqueta? You don't want
Yo,
Paqueta, you don't okay, talk to me about Paqueta.
yo, as when the reports were sent in the group, I saw 100 plus for this deal for Paqueta. And I'm like, why are we going out for Paqueta for that much? Like, Paqueta is not a 100 million player. If I know for sure that we can pinpoint a player and say he's definitely in that region, is Paqueta. Because he hasn't set the Premier League alight to say that, boom, just throw out that 100 million, this and that. I even think he's going to be a starter. So throwing out 100 million on somebody that's not going to start is
The,
kind of
the, the rumors that City offered 88 also million, but he was rejected by West Ham. And there's rumored that he has an 85 million release clause next season. Are you against Paqueta? Or are you against the money that it would take to get Paqueta?
I like Paqueta. I see glimpses of him, doing good. But the money, I think it is way too much. But I know it's not mine, so I shouldn't be murmuring. But you still have to react to these stuff because you can't just see it and just be like, I don't care. It's still your club. You want them to. The problem that I have with it that City tends to buy. No, City don't, buy just throw out the money like that. But it
Right.
comes to time when players come to buy players from our club, like Atletico Bilbao only wants to pay like 20 or 30 for Laporte or something. And I think that's cheap. So I think Laporte can give you years and he's still fairly young. And we going out
Right.
and pay at least 80 plus for Paqueta. Like, nah, because if it is like that, he's valuable. He's probably more valuable to West Ham than Declan Rice, bro. Like, nah, fam.
I mean, I also heard, and this is probably not gonna excite you, but I've heard Cole Palmer could possibly be involved in the deal.
Yo, no, I do not. I yo, no.
All
Yo,
right. I mean, I'm
I
just,
can't fancy over Paqueta that much. And you know how I already, my stance I made on the show last time about Palmer. If it's not anybody that's a massive upgrade to do whatever he can do, just leave the boy and let him try to cook.
I hear you, and I'm all for that. I just went on the Fabrizio page here, on his Twitter page, or should I say X page, and he just tweeted about 3 minutes ago that
Hello? Oh, I guess. It means say, yeah, I guess shock stick. You there?
oh, I thought you could hear me. You couldn't hear me.
No, you cut out after a while. I was hearing you all the time until you said up to 3 minutes.
Okay, let me just go because I want to finish this. Tell me if you can hear me. That it would be submitted. The bid for
Yeah.
Caiciedo. You can hear me more.
Yeah.
Right, that it would be more than 80 million offered by Chelsea earlier this month. Chelsea will have the chance to decide if they want to bid again. Brighton want to sell to the highest bidder. All right, and
Okay.
just back on this Harry Kane thing. He says Bayern feeling late. Bayern feeling after late night round of talks with players camp. Friday, Harry Kane day. So Bayern Munich, they're optimistic about getting this Harry Kane deal over the line. But just 3 minutes or 4 minutes ago, Liverpool looks like they're gonna be in pole position to sign Caiciedo. And that would be just to see that Chelsea have been going after this guy for the entire window. And then for Liverpool to come in the past 2 days and just put some money down and get the man, that seems like a major coup in my mind. That'd be like an upset. It'd be like a last minute winner
Nice.
in
Nice.
football term.
Like that Liverpool type player for real to me though.
I like that move for him. I like that
He's
move for him. I
very
like that
energetic,
move for him.
and that's what they need.
Definitely. Okay. So then more, let's jump to then now. Let's talk about West Ham. Let's talk about West Ham before we get into the predictions and breaking down the games. West Ham they've signed Alvarez, they're looking to sign Ward-Prowse and Harry Maguire. Are these good moves for West Ham? These good moves for West Ham. What do you think in there?
I think it's these. I think it's good signings. I
I
was
think you
amazed.
see a better Harry Kane, more. Not Harry Kane, Harry Maguire, Just
Yeah,
because West Ham is not going to play that high of a line, and hopefully they also don't want him on the ball that much,
yeah.
because he makes some more prone to make mistakes at that point. I think you will see a solid Harry Kane, and look at it more. They have Ward-Prowse swinging in balls to slab head. That seems like a match made in heaven. This Alvarez dude from Ajax. I mean, I watched him a bit in the Champions League. He got some things about him. That's why I think they also don't need to sell Paqueta at this point. I believe they just want to make some money off of him, because even if I think they brought him in for like 50 something million. So
Yeah,
even if they make a little profit, I don't know if that is enough to tempt them to sell him. But I
I
think
think
they should just
trying
keep
to
this
raise.
core group.
Then they're just trying to raise the bid for Pocket to try to distaste them out of City. But at the same time, they're bringing in good players. Ward-Prowse is an excellent set piece take. He's a decent player also.
Yeah,
And
you know
West
about midfield.
West Ham is the type of team that would normally get a lot of set pieces. So it falls in their favor.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Okay, Maury. Let's jump to the first game. Okay, now before we do that, all right, we spoke about the Tyler Adams to Chelsea. The Courtois ACL injury. he should be out for a significant amount of time. It's rumored that David De Gea may get the move to Real Madrid. He's a free agent at this point. I mean, it seems like perfect for David De Gea. I mean, you leave United with a bit of a bad reputation, and this is legit. One door closed and another one opens right there for you. I think that would be good for David De Gea. What do you think?
Yeah, I heard another name like Kalo Navas and all, because Navas went back to PSG, and they were
Oh, it's
saying,
true. Yeah, he
so
was on loan to Nottingham.
they were saying that could possibly be, a return to Real Madrid. But I think De Gea was like out and out, De Gea gets the position.
Yeah, I think that would be a good move for David De Gea. All right. Okay, so we've gone through our fantasy, and I'm going to remind everybody again. This is the code if you want to join the fantasy Premier League. Get your teams ready. Come in, come in and do battle with us. I think it's about last time I checked, maybe it was around 12 or 15 persons who have joined already. So make sure you come in, join. I mean, we're running a prediction battle too. That promises to be something fun. But when Moy gets back, we're gonna start. We're gonna get into the first game of the weekend. That's tomorrow, and that's Burnley versus Manchester City. I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, put it this way: City could easily turn up and hit Burnley for 5. Give them a rude awakening. Welcome back to the Premier League. Yes, company, we're glad. We're happy what you've done for us. We will always look on you as a club legend. But here, hold 5. Easily. In the first half, too. Hold 5, and then they just, chill for the rest of the game. That could easily happen. However, I saw a lot of people saying 3-0, 4-0, and even to be fair, I'm thinking that it could be a scoreline like that as well. But in my mind, this is gonna be a tough game. It's going it I think even if I have Man City winning, I'm not saying that Burnley will beat Manchester City, but I don't think it will be a turnover like we all expecting it to be. I dare even say, that Burnley could possibly score one. And I would love just for an advert for the Premier League. Burnley scores first in like the 7th minute or so, and then City have it all to do. City have it all to do. I mean, Moy, I know that's not what you like to hear, and I'm probably favor you and Munchie too coming in, which is 4-0. But definitely, I don't think that this is gonna be an easy game.
Yeah, I think I know we had this talk about coaches coming back playing against teams that they used to play for, had some ties with it. I think maybe Bernie might have some sense of pride that they would like to do it for their coach and even play harder. I know they probably complete team talk might not be. We play in Man City, so do it for me, go out and but just do their own thing. But I think I don't think Burnley is a team that would sit back that much. I don't think they're the team that would just sit back. They will still try to go on. Because last season when we played them, they were still trying to just keep the game how it is, not really sit back as much. But I think City I think we'll win the game, but I don't think we would start off with a bang like that with like a 4-0 victory. I
But
think
to
we will
be
go ahead.
more, I can remember that if you look back at the last couple of results of Burnley versus Manchester City, whether it is home or away, especially Martin Marvis had a hat trick there a couple of seasons ago. Manchester City usually runs a riot on Burnley.
That's normally Mahrez's fixture, but he's not there.
Oh boy, I don't know. I expect you to win and I expect you to get 3 points on the board. But
Yeah, I don't think it will be so much of a frustrating game. I think we'll manage to keep a clean sheet because I still have a lot of confidence in my defense.
right.
Uh, so yeah, I just think with games like this, we need to manage to get through them comfortably, close it out as quickly as possible. So the likes of other big name players could, probably we could get little rotation here and there because, if I don't know if you saw quotes of Rodri saying that,
Yes,
we probably get a
he
tour
can't.
once
Yeah,
in a while.
can't play
So
50, 59 games this
the
season. It's
players
not gonna
like
work.
him, I think if we manage to keep control of the game and manage to shut it down easy, players like him could manage to get a little rotation out and give
Well,
him a little 30 minutes rest. But first game of the season, he's going to play all that. I think
first game of the season, and he's already looking excuses, man. He's
there's
already
no
looking
excuses.
excuses.
There's no excuses. We're just time management, the players. But you will still go hard.
No, that he don't need to bring that to the media. Go talk to your coach in private. You bring that to the media, boy, you're
They
soft.
ask the
You're
question
soft.
and then he answered. Nothing is
I
wrong
mean,
with
say, you know
that.
what?
Being
Give a better answer than that. Give a
He's being
politically correct
he's
answer.
being honest.
It's okay. I'm
Let's
saying that he's a
complain,
boy.
let's complain about the number of matches too. The boy even said about the amount of added time because he was saying, look sharp on Friday we have a lot like 8 minutes, and then I think next week Wednesday we have to play Seville, and then
The reason
that's
why
going
so
to be
many
like
people are single.
good night,
Good
Joe.
night, Joe. Yeah, but okay. So while you touch on that more, there's two things I want to just from what you mentioned.
Uh huh.
Alvarez. You don't think Alvarez gonna start tomorrow?
So me and you had a conversation earlier, and it's quite iffy because I think either Alvarez or Kovacic, one of them will get dropped tomorrow. Uh, I don't know.
I have a sneaky feeling that it will be Alvarez now, and just based on a pure FPL standpoint, I'm wondering if I can try it. If I can try it, because I feel like he will start, and I feel like if he's on the pitch, I think he's gonna get a goal. So
Okay, the thing is, right?
just my FPL mind going. I keep going on the app, checking his price. I'm like, this could work. This could work. I just don't know what Master Pep will do.
Pep
Also,
is
I'm
going
gonna
to
bring
do
in Joe with
everything
this
that he
one.
can.
One time. The new rules. The new rules coming into this Premier League. A lot of talk has been made about the time that we added on, whether or not it is warranted, whether or not it's giving the players more game time, and if it's too much for them. But then when somebody reported that Manchester City's celebration when they scored in the Community Shield there took 1 minute and 40 seconds. Now, in a situation like that, you would agree, I'm pretty sure we all would agree, that that time should be added on. So I know they must exercise some wisdom in when they add on time. You can't just add on time if the ball roll out to play and the man going and throw it in. I don't expect time to be added on for that. But things like celebration taking forever, even the kicking away the ball now. If you kick away the ball now, that's an automatic yellow. If you show, like Varane was saying, if you show too much passion, you get a yellow card too. Joe, what do you think about the new rules? Where are you mentally when it comes to those new rules, and how do you think it will impact the season?
Um, the additional time, I don't have a problem with that per se because I think it will be a trial and error because it's more so a case of look at it this way. Look at the World Cup. When the World Cup started off, we had those games where, like, I think, for example, the game Argentina versus, what was it, Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia.
When they beat them, the game had, like, I think, almost 9 or 12 minutes extra time or some craziness.
I remember, yeah, I think it was upwards of 8.
But then if you check it out, in the World Cup, they were doing that, but as the games went on, there was less and less and less, in terms of the overall at the time, because the fact that players knew the consequences of wasting time, players wasted less time because they didn't want to, go through that. So I believe that is the whole concept behind of it. So it can work. I don't really have a problem with it. It's just a matter of how they decide to do it and how they decide to manage it. Because the problem is, right, my problem is most of the Premier League. We see things work all over the world in all the other leagues. However, for some reason, when the Premier League does it, it just not work the same way. Because them, they always have to do something extra. add for them their own spin on it, and then you have people like a Mike Dean and them.
I like bringing back Lee Mason. Where you
Yeah,
go?
you understand? Yeah, so people like a Mike Dean and Lee Mason and them, and so will come with all the extra craziness. Not just that too. That so it's just about the Premier League and executing it correctly, like everyone else did. If they do that, I think they'll be fine. The whole caution and the managers thing, that is tricky for me. That is a tricky situation because at the same time too, you cannot tell me the manager's supposed to just tap on the sideline and be robotic. You understand? People have,
and the players as well.
Yeah, you understand? People have passion. That's just the reality of it. Yeah, Jack. Like when you sit down as a fan of Arsenal, I can't use Arsenal because I'm an Arsenal fan, so minus more. When you sit down and you think about, like Arsenal as an Arsenal fan, some of the most memorable things in them are some of Arsene Wenger outbreak in them. Arsene Wenger and Jose Mourinho pan the touchline, I go at it. You check Wenger run up on them boy and make them know, go on like you want some. You check them kind of some of the memorable things. Things like Pep lose the cool and fly across the pitch.
Yeah, and even after the goal that Nelson scored, look at how Arteta was going on.
Yeah, you understand? Like because and I feel like as a fan, you want to see that because you're looking at it and you're like, yeah, he loved this club just as much as me love this club. Yeah. So you love to see that. You want to see that in somebody. You see, when it comes to the situations now where it's like, where now, okay, I can understand situations where maybe the managers or whoever are maybe attacking the referees to, you're getting maybe verbally, you get verbally abusive or whatnot. That I can understand. Yeah, you slap a yellow card on them, but when you when you go slap one yellow card on a man because the man highlight the fact that you just get out with 2 yellow cards and that is worse than the 2 challenges and then you get a yellow card. And because the man talk, you slap one yellow card on the man. I like them so many. And then not just that too. The referees are human beings, and sometimes looking at some games and listening to some managers talk or some referees talk, you can tell for a fact that some referee not like certain manager and some manager not like certain referee. So then now you're giving the humans,
like you said.
Yeah, so now you're giving the referee the opportunity now because me not like Klopp. I can't use Klopp for example. He one of the most passionate managers in the league. So
one fan saying here, Klopp getting mad yellow cards this season.
Because so when you think about it, you look upon the situation like that. Because me not like Klopp, just make he jump too high. I'm gonna run over the slap and yellow card when like man, I like that boss.
And by the letter of the law, you're not gonna be wrong. The rules gonna cover you.
The rules gonna cover you. I like that because it gives them the opportunity to exploit certain things.
Right.
My whole fear with all these constant rule changes and so on with football, my main problem is I think we have to be very careful that we don't get to a point where it all becomes robotic. Like we need to be very careful of that. We need to be very, very careful of that because one of the best things about football, apart from actually watching the game of football, the passion. Not just from the fans, from the players. When you see you two none down, my man score and scream and start hype up the fans and them and like come on man, the manager run left and right to jump up and hype up the fans and them. And then we're going to slap on yellow card on the man because you too wild. Like come on man.
Miss me with that, definitely. Thanks, we have a couple of... Go ahead.
The one that I disagree with though, the most, like outright just plain out disagree with, is the rule change for the goalkeepers. I find that for me wickedness. Because
with the penalties.
Yeah, so they can't. Them man basically can't move. If you watch the penalty against City the other day, right? The 2 goalkeepers in there basically just stand up on the line and dive when the person kicked the ball.
Yeah.
But then a player can run up and fake and drop his shoulder but me can't touch my goalpost, my crossbar. Like me not like that.
Yeah.
We touched on this earlier. Ben LFC, that's a Liverpool fan. I think Liverpool will get Caiciedo now. According to Fabrizio, he's right there in pole position to get Caiciedo there. We move on to Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. That's the Saturday morning, first game of Saturday morning. I'm excited
7:30.
to watch my
Yeah,
team again.
yeah.
But
Make it 6 o'clock Saturday.
for what?
Eh?
For what?
I mean, the anticipation.
I'm gonna get the meds ready.
Get
I
the
get the
meds.
meds ready. We hear you.
What
We
you
hear
do?
you. But definitely, I don't want to say it's an easy win because we can't be complacent. We have to go in and we have to just go. Especially we have these our opening fixtures. I think it gives us a platform to get some wins under our belt.
Chat, me make it no, right? Me not have nothing negative to say about Nottingham Forest.
Of course, you can't. Not you. Like Claude said, not you. Now you can't say nothing about Nottingham Forest. You can't say nothing about Nottingham Forest. But definitely, Joe, I don't want to rule. I don't want to just write them off. But definitely, I'm expecting Arsenal, the best of Arsenal versus the best of Nottingham Forest. We should be beating them comfortably,
Yeah,
and that's
100%.
not being. That's not me being rude or anything to Nottingham Forest.
100%. And with the changes, the additions to the squad, like having Timber in left back, for example. Timber does the invert role just as good as Zinchenko. And when you check it out too, he's a lot more defensively sound than Zinchenko is, which is a big plus.
More
then,
robust.
yeah, you have the ability now to play with two holding midfielders. Now, like when you really check it out, right? With the changes we've made, you can have Timber playing either side. So in certain games, when Zinchenko goes back, for example, you can actually have both fullbacks playing that inverted role. Then let's say you play a double pivot of Partey and Rice. You know that's even more work to figure out what's going on, as in what the game plan is, because you don't know who go forward in terms of the double pivot. You don't know which one of them got advanced, because what? Both of them are capable of advancing. Then you have Kai Havertz that are bringing. Kai Havertz now allow you for play over that two-man press and just the press on a whole. Yeah. You understand? Go long and get the ball out. Like, I don't think a lot of people realize how strategic the signings are, because the last thing Arteta said last season was that one of the main ways in which we need to improve the squad is we need to be less predictable.
Right.
With the changes that we've added in terms of the players that we've added, not even just the outfield players. Our next bad man goalkeeper are coming. So like when you really think about all these things, like there is so many ways the team can come at you. Because if something not work, you can change it entirely.
And that's what I was just about to say, Joe, because I can remember last season, our good friend there, Cello, he would make a lot, and sometimes Cello can go way left field. But when our subs last year has been okay, it's like for like. If you bring off one man, you come on for do the next man to come on. He can come on with more energy, but he'll come on for do the same thing.
The same thing, yeah.
But now we have a mix, and I credit plenty years. It's been years where we cost the recruitment, but we good now. Joe, you can answer this one quickly. How many assists Rice getting against Forest?
Yeah, I know. For some reason, right, I see that Forest game as one game where Rice not get an assist, but Rice score.
Yeah.
Rice and Havertz. That's the game where Rice score.
Rice and Havertz.
Yeah,
Joe, I mean, let me ask you then, and before then we move on from Arsenal. Who started the 9 for you,
bro? No, that is the thing. That's the thing for me. Like, I would have bet money against City that Trossard was going to be the starting 9. And then the lineup come out, I'm going to see Havertz. I'm like, wait, I want to go on here, boy. Yeah, Jack? Now, at the same time, knowing Arteta, it would not be surprising if Eddie starts.
If Eddie,
at all.
I've been thinking that whole week, bro. Because I took him over. I went after I heard the Gabriel Jesus injury, I'd put Eddie straight in my team.
Into my fantasy, me too.
Because I had Jesus. But then when I see the comments, she was like, Arteta, what you do? You start going like your partner over the Pep.
Yeah, check. Because me
Nah,
look on no, to get me wrong. When I saw the lineup, I didn't have a problem with it because me know
No, no,
okay,
no. Of course.
that probably mean I'll probably play play the ball over the top more and instead of do the build up play at times I'll just play more direct. Get the ball over to Hazard to give people time for getting in behind and whatnot. And then yeah. But then you look at Nottingham Forest could probably come in and play with a low block. But at the same time, too, Nottingham Forest is also a team that has another gear where they can just play extremely attacking. So, like, even for the midfield, like, I don't know if this is a game where he goes Party Rice or if this is a game where he goes Party Havertz. Like, honestly, I don't know.
Our Trossard in the 8, which looked really good in the preseason.
Even that, because then looking at that, Havertz might not even start. It might be a situation where you have a Party Trossard and then Eddie start. Like, bro, like honestly speaking, if I'm gonna tell you like who I think the out and out starting 9 could be for the Forest game, I would not be telling you that confidently. You check? But I'm gonna go with Trossard. Yeah,
I wanted to be Eddie personally, but I think it's gonna be Havertz. And I think I won't mind be Havertz because I felt like last week Sunday was a breath of fresh air because y'all know I don't think that was a part of Havertz game what I saw from him. And he played it excellently. He played that role how I saw because there was a lot of time early in the first half we were just up against it and he came in. He got the ball and he missing him on a whole lot of Ruben Diaz. I'm like, impressive.
Shock. Them are the kind of things when remember you don't be really too crazy about Havertz. Kind of like how we feel about Mount. You check? And those are the kind of things I was pointing out to you because I paid special attention to Havertz, especially under Tuchel. Remember them man bringing Lukaku no, and then Lukaku never did work no. And then at one point for like a string of games, my boy made us drop Lukaku. And Havertz was holding up the ball, linking up the play and everything. Way better than Lukaku was. Havertz's only problem is he was not putting the ball in the back of the net. So and that is understandable based on the fact that he's not a striker. But that in terms of his form player, like doesn't look that strong. He actually real strong. He's much faster than a lot of people think he is. Because there was one time, I don't remember what game it was. I think it was one of the preseason games, I think in Barcelona, where he got the ball first time, play it off. The second time, he get the ball, defender done a step funny, pressy, expecting he could play back the ball. And Havertz just push the ball and take off lefty. So you have all that in the locker. I personally, like my tell from day one, me like the signing, because me like the player.
It'd be exciting to see. More, you wanted to get in something here?
Balogun injured.
So then see.
That was the last report. I don't know.
Yeah. Because I know I hear rumors, even on social media I hear people talking about Nketiah go start, but I don't hear anybody mentioning Balogun. That's what I was wondering.
Balogun want to move. Balogun go on like Mudrick. Want to post that kind of cryptic messages by Instagram. Bournemouth West Ham. West Ham welcoming. West Ham should have maybe a signing. A signing there. Paqueta should still be there.
They don't get the Julian Alvarez guy.
Yeah.
And they negotiating with United for Maguire.
And they should be getting Ward-Prowse as well. But probably,
I think they say Ward-Prowse do his medical tomorrow. Either
I think he have to be registered by midday to be eligible
for the
weekend game.
Okay. They wanted him for this game now.
Yeah. Okay. I think he trained today though. They said he had a knock before. Though he talking about Balogun there, dude. Talking about Balogun. All right, fellas. This Bournemouth West Ham game. Nothing too excited here, but I think I went for West Ham game.
I think so.
I think no. I think I said Bournemouth signed Max Aarons for 7 million.
For 7, yeah.
Too. So that's a game. That's another game there.
From
like this, I feel like
from Norwich.
Yeah, I feel like the safe bet would be to go with West Ham because remember after my boy keep up Bournemouth, them part ways.
Yeah.
So he got on the Wolves now.
You got
And
Wolves now.
I don't even remember who their new manager is for Bournemouth.
I
So
don't
I don't
either.
know what to expect from them in terms of play style, anything. So yeah, I would just go for the West Ham win.
That's why they get
Yeah.
relegated too.
This one, a lot of people have been saying 3-0 Brighton, 4-0 Brighton. They're
That's
expecting Brighton to turn over Luton. And I can't blame them. Luton,
a 6 me think really and truly,
really and truly, I just don't think that they're ready. Like
Yeah,
they come to the stadium ready. I don't feel like they've made that transition to Premier League life yet.
There is some position in their team that they actually don't have a player for. I don't remember if it's a striker they're missing or right back or something.
They brought in one more. He's in the group. What is his name again?
So they have somebody filling.
Ross Barkley.
Yeah, they brought in Ross Barkley.
Brought in Ross Barkley. If they can get a tune like Everton tune out of Ross Barkley, that could be something.
Yeah, true.
But also going for a Brighton win, an easy Brighton win.
I feel like Ross Barkley goes into that team possibly already being the best player in the team. And if Ross Barkley is the best player in the team, because meaning nothing talk about them other Luton, man.
Yeah, so, he should have most experience too.
Yeah, so then if Ross Barkley come in as your best player, then the techie boy, that's not like a 7.
And maybe it could be a steal of a deal.
Yeah, because
it could be a steal of a deal.
Just imagine Ross Barkley go to Luton, let's say, and have an effect similar to what Lingard had when he went to West Ham. That'd be crazy. Because at one point, Ross Barkley may be a very decent player,
What do you mean?
Yeah, check. At one point, Barkley does real decent.
Yeah, man. He had this drive with the ball when he runs with it. I particularly like. Mo, you were coming in?
I was going to see if y'all. No, I was going to see if y'all saw the message Tuka sent about, you said that about the bid were 110 for Caiciedo.
Oh, from Liverpool?
Yeah, they said they should do an official bid for 110. So that would break the English record. And
all right. Well, that would take some people's name out, Declan Rice out of some people's name, if that's the case.
Oh, that's fine.
Everton versus Fulham. Sean Dyche, Everton, full preseason. I think they brought in Dan Juma, but I think he's injured as well. I think Damari Gray is going to Fulham. I think that's the rumor.
Yeah, I think so because let's say he refused to train at all. He now trained with the squad.
That?
Yeah, because he asked the club for the move. He told them he wants the move, he wants to make the move, he wants to make the next step and whatever. And like it seems like okay, they said okay, cool, but then now the man want to go. Them keep carrying up their evaluation in terms of what they want for him. So apparently he not train. He refused to train with the squad and so.
Okay. And Fulham signed Jimenez.
Similar to what Garden did when he want go Newcastle. Okay. No, when Chelsea me want Garden and Garden me stop playing so.
Yeah.
Yeah, similar to that.
Yeah, but then have a reputation.
Just as you mentioned Chelsea, super coming in. Good night, super. The man smiled big. Joe, watch you remember last season the boy didn't even smile, so watch the boy smile. Good night, super.
Okay, let me tell you, my smile is a different smile now. Look, Liverpool drop 110 for the man. So
but that look like a last minute goal there.
Boy.
Liverpool beating you. Liverpool are ready. Beating you before the weekend start.
Boy, I tell you. So
that'll be something. We're gonna get to that more in depth, Suko. We're coming to your game just now.
Yo, that's crazy.
Sheffield United versus Crystal Palace. We can just speed through this. Nothing really going on for Sheffield United. I don't really going on for them. Crystal Palace, they've lost Zaha, but they still have Ezzy. But I still give Crystal Palace maybe like a 2-0, 2-1 win here. That's an easy one. Let's just quickly jump down. This should be a game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
This should be a game.
I think this is a very excellent game you know,
Yeah,
in the
that's
first
like a
season
3-3.
First
of the
week.
Premier League. Because we're looking forward to see what Aston Villa has been like with their new additions. And plus, as we say, Newcastle being one of the top teams last season, it's a good battle for them to see what
I think
they
they have
see.
the prime time on Sunday too. As the last game on Sunday, I think.
Yeah.
I think they
Okay.
have the prime time there.
Yeah.
On Sky Sports. I'm looking forward to this game. I am
Yeah,
looking
I
forward to
put
this
my
game.
prediction.
That'll be
I had put
good.
my prediction as 3-2. 3-2 to Newcastle. Because here's what I watched Aston Villa during the preseason,
To
and
Newcastle, okay.
my one observation with them is that even when they're playing really good football and them score plenty goal, they also concede very easily. So I feel like it's a team that can run for
Yeah, easy.
Newcastle, maybe score 2, score 3, but then go also give away maybe 2 times the amount of opportunities that they get.
Hey
And
Joe, who I don't know if you see it, but who are they starting for the centre back?
Well, they brought in Pau
when they,
Torres and
they were
Paul
saying
Torres
it's been on Consa.
so what
Consa
that means?
Ezra.
Or it could be Diego Carlos as
Mings,
well.
boy,
But
yo,
when I heard
Mings
one
place
person
now.
saying it's Consa him.
Yeah,
Yo, but that's crazy.
Mings
Though.
place.
Is it
Yeah.
Mings their captain?
Yeah, I think
No, remember they done Mings don't get stripped of that.
it's Wendy. Yeah. Well, remember he got stripped. He lost his place in the squad, and I think it's a
He
new
didn't get
manager.
stripped on he got stripped on the Gerrard.
Yeah, he got stripped on the Gerrard. I
Mm.
think he get up and lost his place, and then on the Emery, you know, he gained it back, and he was one of their best players.
Yeah. So I don't know because then, like you say, they bring in Pau Torres, and then Diego Carlos was out for the whole season because he was basically came injured. So now you have, but then again, that for a manager, I feel that's a good problem to have. So it's interesting to see what the duo will be. And then what you name when they are
All right. Brentford. Out. Yeah. When they out.
they take ACL in training. So them I try sign some kind of other midfielder or something. I saw Fabrizio tweet about it today.
A lot of ACLs going down there recently. Fellas, Brentford versus Spurs. Could be a hurricane less Spurs.
Me too, boy.
It should be. They say tonight he accept a 4-year contract. It look like he gone. So
Yeah.
they're already planning life without him.
Yeah, but here for me problem. We do the prediction, right? And then he come out that Kane and go back, right? Like you want to change my prediction? No.
I mean, well, in fairness, I think you can change your prediction. It's not 9 o'clock yet.
Okay, fair enough.
Shaq. Shaq. I lock in the predictions already. I change nothing again now.
Hey, you said 9 o'clock.
No, but it's 9 o'clock. It's a cut-off point. If we want to change, we want to change Sukwa.
See right, Shaq.
There are 16 participants, right? Once that thing, I save that file and that's it, you know. I leave it right there. I go back and see that.
Shaq is a man.
That's it now. That's what I told you in the chat. It locked and that's it closed. So and then you tell me 100%. So I said, good. Close off.
What you talking about?
Well, I didn't expect anybody to have any changes to make, but then I think just I'm just looking back through the constitution and the bylaws, and it says here clearly that the cutoff point is 9. So any submissions before 9 should be able to be ratified.
I never saw that clause though. Anything before 9.
You never
see that part.
You never read the fine print. It was little. You had to look clear. What's Joe? Joe over there. Look, I look for you so you can show you liar, boy.
Look, Shaq freeze. Boy, I tell you, boy. Some fellas.
All right, I think I'm back.
Yeah, you're back.
I think I'm back. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so nothing really going on with Spurs. It should be a pretty even game, maybe a 1-1.
Spurs winning the game.
Really
I think Brentford win that game, you know.
Without Tony, I think Mbwem will have a knock too.
Yeah, but I think he should.
But it's just a dead
must
leg.
fit for
Yeah,
that
they
game.
said.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
it was just
He
dead
and
leg.
Lisa.
He's expected to be cool.
Yo,
Be fine.
hands up if y'all think Richarlison scored another offside goal that he get ruled out.
Nah, Richarlison gonna score legitimate goals this year.
Yo, for real. So wait, if Kane leaves, that mean Richarlison at the new 9. But
Yeah, he's predicted to start.
yeah,
I mean, if they want him to be,
because when you think about it, like me think more from like a fantasy point of view, EPL, FPL point of view. Because if that is the case and Kane left, getting in somebody like a Richarlison now while he's still so cheap. Is an excellent move. Like even for example, Matt Turner.
Yeah, but Tottenham has some tough games coming in the next 2 weeks, ain't it, Joe? In the United and so coming up in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's true. But I was just thinking more from an FPL standpoint. Once I get around him,
but a lot of the experts have said that Richarlison suits that manager's play style more than Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but because then you're saying even for FPL, for example, Matt Turner gone and Nottingham Forest. Matt Turner is
$4 million.
That is a 4 million possibly starting goalkeeper. You're not getting nobody cheaper than that.
Joe with the facts.
Yeah, man.
All right, Sukra. Chelsea versus Liverpool. Is it misery for Chelsea or what? Y'all battling it out in the transfer window, and y'all battling it on the first match day too.
Yo, imagine before Suka go right, imagine Caiciedo coming like, see, let's wait until after the game on Sunday to start out. Winner, we'll go to the winner.
Yeah.
Yo, for real, this game, we're gonna dub this game the Caiciedo Lavia sweepstakes.
Boy.
Suka, which one you want more?
Caiciedo.
Because you're bringing Tyler Adams already.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know about the Tyler Adams one. I mean,
he's not horrible, you know.
He's not. He
gets around the pitch a lot.
So I would say that the Tyler Adams situation kind of negates the need to move for Lavier. That's my
right.
That's
but
my
not Caiciedo.
No, and then you still keep Caiciedo as your primary target.
Okay. That's understandable.
Don't you think that Lavia is a better player than Tyler Adams? Because I think so.
Yeah, I would probably think in aspects of the game, yeah.
Right, but they done bringing it. It was easier to bring in Tyler Adams because you had a release clause.
The relegation release clause. But then when you look at
Lavia
I think even versus Caiciedo, I think that Lavia is a much better footballer in terms of ability to read the game, technical ability, and all of that. I just feel like as Caiciedo is good, but the thing that makes Caiciedo stand out is the engine and the ability to play in multiple positions. That's what I think it is. Because I honestly think that Lavia fits a patch system and a patch team better than Caiciedo does.
Oh, okay.
To be honest.
Yeah. Well, super.
Shaq, the fellas drop 110 tonight now. So I'll think of something for tomorrow morning. 110.
How much them pay for Sebastian now? Like 80 something?
Yeah.
80. It was lower than that. It was like 50 something, man.
No.
Was more.
I had the release class, so that was the issue.
Okay. Stand corrected. Even with that, the Sukwa, you lost out on your man there.
Right, Chuck. They paid 60 million.
Yeah.
About 60 million for Sebastian. Yeah, go ahead, Suka. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, no, sorry, Shaq. You're saying that we lose out on our
Caiciedo.
Well, it's looking like that, not unless they respond to
you
something.
You chasing him all window. And Liverpool come in the last 2 days.
Boy.
That sounds like heartbreak. That sounds like heartbreak.
Yeah, just pay the money
Yeah,
that
crazy.
Brighton is asking for now. You have to pay now over the top more now because
Yeah.
you allow
Because
somebody
Brighton had said in recent times, that they're going to sell to the highest bidder.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
Chelsea
That's it.
comes back in and say 112, then it's
Yeah.
Chelsea's man.
Yeah, so they say they want to close it. I mean, they that's what they say. I mean, they say they want to close it up within 24 hours. So I guess we'll have to
Yep.
see what happens tomorrow morning.
Aye.
Boy, shock.
Yeah,
Boy.
man, I like it is shock. Man, about but it is sweet me if the boy go Liverpool now.
Boy.
Yeah.
That
Probably going to Liverpool.
sweet me. The only thing is though, it is sweet me when you the ask for sour. Come I feel like Caiciedo make for clap.
Yeah.
Like that's the one clap.
You don't know club love them black sweaty players in the midfield.
Yeah,
That just run everybody.
Just run. Yeah.
I don't know. Remember they say Liverpool love to give them players the Ventolin for tech.
The Ventolin, that man
Yeah,
say
the asthma pump.
Team. That man say the entire Liverpool team. When you look
Have
at them,
asthma.
you say asthma. Everybody has asthma.
The jury's still out for that. But Suka, how you see the game going? I don't remember what your prediction was.
I'll see a draw.
You say a draw because they get Caiciedo.
No. As whether they got him, they unveil him, whatever it is, because I still think it's kind of short on time that he would get in for the game for the weekend. So
Yeah.
I was just hoping that you start off is probably one of the hardest matches you can start. Your campaign with, because when I saw the fixtures come out, I said, boy, I can't believe they do me that. Give me Liverpool to play the first game. So I'm hoping, you don't lose 3 points on that one. So I would say
I'm hoping for a 2-2.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a 2-2. Last game of the match day.
Remember you all Liverpool to battle it out now. For the whole of last season though. I mean I category my ass.
Yeah, and you see them kept it straight through the transfer window as well, Joe.
Yeah.
That man destined. That man destined to be together. Fellas, the last one for the match day, match week, I should say, Manchester United versus Wolves. This is Monday afternoon.
Yeah, United for me. United probably like
Wolves is a mess. Like I don't think Wolves haven't spent a lot of money, but they're in financial turmoil. That they couldn't even give their manager funds and all that.
Yeah, I don't
the man just say, yo, I now give me the money. I'm going more business now.
Remember at the end of last season, they had already agreed that he was going to leave now. At the end of the season, no. Then apparently, because it was on Sky Sports, so like the last game was played, they were talking about the fact, or the second to last game, the fact that Lopetegui and the Wolves ownership had an agreement that he would walk away from the club at the end of the season because the two of them had different ideas. Like, then I give you what you want. And then the last game of the season, they announced that apparently he was given reassurances or whatever. So they've got an agreement and he's going to stay. And then yesterday, me see Lopetegui and Wolves have parted ways on mutual agreement. Like, what? That boy, that weird.
But I didn't even want to send it because I just saw one news source publish it about the Lopetegui and Wolves. So I was like, is this for real? And I kept searching and I didn't see anything else. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, that's
It's
weird.
been brewing for a couple of days, but I guess
they sell Jimenez.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I think they only sell Jimenez for like 5 million. I think they're that desperate.
Yeah.
I think they're that desperate for cash. All right, first, well that's that. Sukwa and Joe. We didn't get to what's your top 6? Y'all weren't here on Monday. What's your top 6?
Go ahead, Sukwa. Yeah, I don't know for me top 1 be. That's cool.
Okay. I'll still go with City.
Yeah, wrong answer. Go ahead.
Liverpool second. Arsenal third. United fourth. Chelsea fifth.
So
Brighton sixth.
So I mean Liverpool can't second then. Because maybe all inseparable.
Don't mind that. Yeah, the man.
Go, go ahead, Joe.
All right. So for second, third, Arsenal. Fourth, City. All right.
Yo, Joe, based on how last season go down. I better have fun second and third, and then man can catch up for real.
Hey, look. So, all right. So basically, Arsenal first. Me go with my half. Me go with my heart. Arsenal first, City second.
Right one.
I actually think United is going to have a real good season. So I would go United third. But like a stuck for the fourth position between Liverpool and Chelsea. Because I feel like, okay, Liverpool fix their weaknesses and they still have their main core together. So you would think they're the favorites. But then I feel like Chelsea has a very young team. A lot of the players that are there are players who would have already had that half a season under Potter, so they're done accustomed to the Premier League and so by now. And then the fact that they only have the Premier League playing, then no extra competition.
That's a plus.
Like, with the amount of one-on-one time Poch will get with them and the kind of coach he is, I believe they'll do real good. But we'll give Liverpool. So yeah, Arsenal first. City second, United third, Liverpool fourth, Chelsea fifth, and sixth. I would go probably unexpected, but sixth. I would actually go Spurs because I feel like if Kane does leave, like it's the first time in ages that Spurs will have to play football as a team as opposed to just everything will go through Harry Kane. Like players will get to express themselves more, and plus the new manager is an attack-minded coach. And I mean, it's not like they don't have quality players because Son had a bad season the last season, but Son is quality. Madison is quality. I always liked that guy there, Ndombele. But he didn't work out under the other managers. He's back, and Ndombele a good baller, And I watched one of their games during preseason. I think it was the game against Madrid or Barca.
Barca
the other day.
And the game wasn't bad. So yeah, I put Spurs as sixth. So when you really look at the regular big six in the six,
just switching out the position.
Newcastle drops out. Based on the fact that they have to now go play in Europe and all of that.
A player to watch for Newcastle will be that boy Anderson. He's been doing well in preseason, so he'll be a young one to look forward to.
Yeah.
Okay. Fellas and everybody who joined us, we are grateful. We ask that you come back on Monday. We're gonna review. This is gonna be the end of the we're gonna have our review show on Mondays because that's what we do. Thursday preview, Mondays review, and of course the code is right there at the bottom. Join our Fantasy Premier League. I think it's Suko is our champion from last year, right? Suko was the champion.
Yeah.
Joe was second. I don't remember if I finished third or if I finished fourth. I think I finished fourth. But these two down here are
Who came third?
I think it's Mali or something.
Let's go put it behind. I said third.
Yeah, Mali come third to last.
Yeah,
Mali come third to last.
I finished. I don't disrespect. I finished much higher than that.
13th.
Right.
13th. I apologize. 13th.
Yeah, maybe 13th. From the bottom.
That man say when they look for Munchie, you have to press C more about 3 times.
Yes, guys, it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting times because we have a prediction battle coming in, and we have some perks added to that too. So you'll hear more about it Monday when you see my name at the top of the table. Suko don't say you don't lucky in something in our children boy Joe.
Yeah, so you go.
Hey, and give Suko some time right now. He is mourning the loss of Caiciedo.
Boy, yeah,
the man chased Caiciedo for months. Remember since January now when Caiciedo wanted Arsenal, Even they try for
remember it was
squeezing.
between the two of them in January.
Yeah.
Even they try for
Remember we
squeezing
had
in
the
that
field
joke.
shot by
Yeah,
Baptist
And then now, a man just come, another man just come in about boom, take your girl super. Easy like a
Boy.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, my one, he go Liverpool. Yeah, check. Yeah, I think him nice. I think life sweet. When I come, go, overpay for Mudrick, and then you make donation to Ukraine and some for sweeten the deal. Yeah, I think life sweet. I'm glad.
It's okay. I'll take Lavia tomorrow for 50, and then we'll move forward from there.
Yeah, man.
Lavia and Tyler Adams in the
I ain't too quiet, you never know. Lavia may turn out. Go ahead, Moy.
Well, that's it.
You do not want Lavia. Lavia is not good. Leave him exactly where he is.
Yeah, Moy try to be smart. Moy want to activate the Bible clause in the year.
Activate my Bible next season.
Yeah, you get it. But fellas, tomorrow at 3 o'clock, it's the moment we've been waiting for the past 2 months. The season is back. The season is back, and we are excited. And I know we're gonna be talking in the group. 7 minutes in, Burnley 1-0. I don't care what happened after that.
No,
But I think that could happen.
He missed the shot.
I have to get the new hater blockhead for y'all now.
Yeah, but hater blockers. Yo, he missed the shot. If me Southampton, right? You see, if Liverpool pull off this Caiciedo deal and you go through, which I honestly
Let's
believe,
raise the price.
yeah, I believe it will. If I'm Southampton, me want 70 now.
Facts.
That's
Yeah,
it.
That only makes sense.
Yeah,
Because you've been bidding 80 for Caiciedo. You have money. You have money. You have money. You have money.
Now that Caiciedo gone, and you never really had nobody else in the market for governor.
Yeah.
So hey, they want it 70. Yeah,
70. Take it or leave it, Suko. Suko, what you heard it here first. You know you have a pay, so call what you name now, Bowley now, and tell you that the chief negotiator for Southampton has just said that the price gone up to 70 million.
Yeah.
You can't take. You weren't told.
Yo, partner. And a surprise if later tonight or early tomorrow I hear that Chelsea match the afternoon.
Yo, let me tell you, I think
I'm expecting that.
now, drop 120 on that man now and try and take him because I
Yeah,
can't.
I agree.
No, but here's what's super. I don't think y'all need to drop 120. Here is why. If you match their bid, then it comes down to the player, and I honestly think the player will pick Chelsea.
Yeah, we already know Liverpool on the cheap when it comes to paying players.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't say necessarily on the cheap. What I've come to realize is Liverpool, right? When Liverpool are really serious about somebody, their man not come in with first, second, third, and fourth bid. Their man come and say, okay, you want 120, I will value the player at 110. This is it, take it or leave it. So this 110, because bearing in mind, Liverpool not come in with 80, 85, 90, and their man come in with 110. They're prepared to go any higher than the 110. But then just come in for sure that, yo, are we serious? 110 right now.
Okay, but quickly, fellas, I was just about to end the show, but then look at it this way. Liverpool's pulled out of the Bellingham deal.
That's the thing.
Because they didn't have money. And you won't bid 110 for Caiciedo.
So that means they always had the money. Sure. They always had the money.
I think the fans will uproar even more for that. Well, everybody, we'll be back on Monday. I didn't hear that, Moy.
A man just overrated because he never comes, so he overrated.
Facts. I hear you, bro. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Monday. Remember to like, share, subscribe. We have a lot of fun this season. We have a lot of fun this season.
FPL, I will give a blow for free.
Easily. We gotta have a prize this year for the winner, though. We gotta have a prize for the winner this year. I'm saying it now so that y'all can start thinking about the prize to give me. Just saying.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.